It was Mark Twain that said, "The two most important days in your life are the day you're born and the day you discover why." Now, picture yourself sitting across from your doctor. Your doctor tells you, "I'm sorry, but you have cancer. It's lymphoma. It'll take about a year of chemotherapy to deal with it." Your response? What's lymphoma? Well, that person sitting across from the doctor about 10 years ago was me. And in reference to Mark Twain's quote, the reason I believe I'm here today is to study the cancer that I survived. Now, let me take you on a little journey into the cell. Let's talk about this small compartment called the peroxisome. The key thing here is that it's intimately linked to the mitochondria, or the powerhouse of the cell. But just after its discovery, we thought it was useless, or just like a garbage bin in the cell. But it actually wasn't until about 20 to 30 years ago when we discovered, upon genetic analyses, that breaks in peroxisomal DNA actually correspond to severe childhood disorders, often resulting in lethality. But the cells affected by this were brain and liver in nature. So what does this even have to do with cancer? One thing we do know is that cancer is characterized by dysfunctional metabolic wiring. And the peroxisome is a bona fide metabolic compartment in the cell. So what I did is I took cancer cells and broke peroxisomal DNA in them. And what I found is that those cells started to die. And chemotherapy-resistant cells also started to die when I broke peroxisomal DNA. And in patients, most strikingly, who don't respond to chemotherapy, we found that they have very high levels of peroxisomes, indicating that this is a marker of chemotherapy resistance. So what I'm working on now is developing drugs to actually hit the peroxisome in cancer. So in reference to Mark Twain's quote, this is why I believe I'm here today. But something we can gather from this, apply to our own curiosity, to our own lives, or to our own research. If you want to know how something works, if it ain't broken, break it. Thank you.